Okay. So I'm gonna go here, I think. There. Right? Put that there. And I'm gonna go. I do know what I'm doing. It just takes me a second. Okay, and then I'm gonna go here. Make sure I got everything. Okay, yep, there we go. Turn that sound down. Okay. I'm gonna play this.
To
Okay.
check on these things. Nope, no echoes.
There are you. I'm doing
Anyway,
the same thing the other day.
So it's funny. I know, like, I'm allowing myself to feel emotions, right? And sometimes it's, God, I'm so, like, I feel like I'm 3 the way my emotions come out, right? And it's like I'm gonna give myself that because, again, it's trauma, you know. And now that I've realized that that's like I mean, I've been talking about it for a while, but I'm also like pretty old and finally realizing it. It was a lot of years worth of it. But anyway, it's a new year. I'm moving forward, building Giselle. We're building Giselle, huh? So too, I'm gonna stream dancing and playing with the dogs because I have the day off and I don't have to go anywhere. So here we are, and I'm gonna paint and stuff and hang out with my buds, my Gisellian buddies. Okay.
Okay. So it's still really hard for me to not focus on my teeth, right? I am repairing the pieces of me are broken. It's really frustrating because my teeth are like this because I paid to have my son have good teeth, right? And him, everything, all my money. I am repairing the pieces of me that are broken. I am doing what I need to do to move forward. So, okay. Oh shit. That's my, I need to not have my camera pointing that way. Crap. I need to take this and maybe not make this visible now that I'm looking at this. It's got my, shit. Let me see. Details. Okay, let's see. Done. Public, private. Crap. Okay. Well. Private. I need to save that. It needs to be private. Just for me. No, get rid of that. Okay, done. Okay. Private. It's got to be private. Shit. I hope this one is private. Private. Nobody. Shit. I'm gonna have to delete this video. Delete. Okay. Okay. I just realized that was probably an okay video, but you could see the fucking license plate of my renter. You have to be so careful. Mine I don't care about, but hers, that's not cool. Okay, anyway, so I'll look at something else now. Let's see. How long is this? 3 minutes? So I have been going to, so there's this lot next to, well, here, let me get the ocean or something. I'm feeling really like bad about the whole license plate thing right there. Oh well, I just need to move forward. I can't like hold on to shit because it gets me nowhere. I am discovering, finally, after how many years, I finally figured out holding on to the garbage is not beneficial. It causes all of this, right? All right, so let me find a video. Here's dancing. I wonder if I've got open. Hopefully I've got like music. See, this grounds me right here. This is who I am right here. This really grounds me. I need to. I keep forgetting who I am. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. This is who I am, right? I keep forgetting who I am. I don't know if I'm doing affirmations in this or not. I think it. I am. So actually, I have been going to this, and I started to say something about this, but then I played this and realized this is only three. Well, no, it's not very long. I want one that. What's on after this? I don't know. I'll find something. But anyway, So I want to try to dance like more eloquent, right? Like I want to be more flowy and more balanced and more like stronger, right? Like taller. I'm growing. I'm going to be 5'2". Watch me. And I am repairing the broken pieces of me. I'm not going to be embarrassed about the fact that like my teeth are shit, you know? I mean, it is that I think holds me back a lot because I let it. That is why, because I allow it to, you know what I mean? And that's on me. I mean, I know my strength and I know who I am. And it's funny, I have been dating and I have been on Match and I know what I want, right? And I know, my thing is that what is my thing? I am releasing the need for another. Like I look at this and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like I don't want to say I can't do it myself. I can. I'm more than capable. I've done all of this all by myself. I've never like had a support system through any of this, right? Through any of my really, really bold moves in my lifetime where I have done some shit, I've had no support. None. As far as like I'm afraid there's been people out there, but I have not had like a person that I came home to at the end of the day where we discussed about. I have my poor son, and now he is gone. He's like, okay, I am done. Goodbye. And I don't, I'm cool with that. Like I am okay with who I am. Like I'm more than okay with who I am. I know I'm amazing, right? I know I'm amazing. I am Shazelle, Shazelle. Shazelle stems from Jezebel. I remember being called that when I was young. I don't know how old, but I know those words came out of my grandmother's mouth. I know they did. And I would expect that people in my family might tell me that I'm full of shit, and I really don't care. I know my perception is my reality, and whether or not it is true, they witnessed it, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I know that they know that we were fucked up, right? If they don't want to admit that, then that's not on me. But we all are, right? I mean, like, I don't think there's one of us that hasn't been through some serious fucking kind of garbage, right? It's all levels, and it's all like I have, this is a new year for me. I'm going into the year of the tree, baby. That's one thing. Oh, I started to say this. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So I've been dating on Match, and I've been allowing myself to feel like I need to have another person, right? And I am letting go of that. Like I am letting go of things. I've been holding on my life, like everything. I find myself clenching my fists, and that is no longer. This is my year of the tree, where we reach our branches out into the heavens and say, "Okay, baby, let's go." Right? I like have a tree across the street from me, and right now that tree is my soulmate. Right? It's like I look at that tree when I'm out doing my thing, and this is my thing now. Okay, so I was at work the other day, and again, I was dating on Match, and there was this person, and I was hoping that I could like talk to this person, like at the end of my day, because I don't have, I'm, I am really working to let the negativity flow through me as the wind flows through the trees, the clouds flow through the sky, the rain falls through, right? Because I can't get away from it. I can't ignore it. I can't, it's there, right? There's negativity out there. There's no getting around that, right? It's there. So I'm like, okay. So I've tried this. I'm blocking the negativity. I've tried all these other affirmations, and they're not working for me. So I have decided that I am a tree. And I used to draw them a lot. I would draw women, and their arms were trees. That was something that I drew, right? I mean, I do. We'll be drawing another one of those because she might be in space, so, because I'm doing a space thing right now. Anyway, okay, beside the point. I just got lost right there for a second. Anyway, I'm one with the tree, because the negativity's out there. And the other day I was at work, and I know they were talking about me, right? And I know they were talking negatively about me. And I know they're angry, and I know that they think I'm stupid, and I know that I don't know what let me rephrase that. I don't know what they think. I know that they were angry, and I was an easy target in that moment. And let's just leave that right there, right? I was one that they both could say she has made these mistakes or whatever. I just happened to be whatever that is. And I knew that in the moment, and I let it bring me down, right? And I let it affect me, and I negatively reacted. I negatively started saying things kind of under my breath, and I knew how I was reacting, right? And I didn't want to be reacting that way. I mean, I'm aware of it, right? It's not like I'm doing these things and I don't know. There's times I'm doing it, I'm like, stop, stop, but that's Elm taking over, and I am learning to control her, right? But she is a part of me. These things started in me when I was little, as all of us, right? It's not like all of a sudden this showed up in me. This fucking shit's been there forever, right? But I'm seeing it now, and I know what it is, and I'm trying to recognize it and move forward. And I see it like in these relationships, like with this person, okay, this person. And here's what happened in this latest thing, right? Okay, so I really felt this person was cool. He was a druid. I thought that's cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, it sparked paganism back in me, which is something I've wanted to explore. And then I've gotten lost into forensic files and shit on my TV way more than I need to. And I know this is something I need to stop watching. I do not understand why I find comfort in that shit, but I still do. Pretty fucking twisted, I know. And I'm trying to let go of it. So I'm trying to find things to read, right? And I'm like, oh yes, I remembered that I had wanted to learn about paganism again. And so I thought, cool, give me some books to read, which he said he would. And he didn't. And anyway, so I got a book, but anyway, I'm going to read this book, but he's re-sparked that in me, and I forgot what I was getting. Anyway, I thought he was really cool. He was druid, da-da-da. I'm like, cool. There were other things about him that I could see where we were different. He was really structured. I am not. There are those things, right? But I thought I saw it moving forward. But my insecurities, I will admit, although I know they were triggers in me. And this is what I think. Like, I actually wrote him. I will read what I wrote him, because I want to get it out. I want to get it out of me. I was hurt by this, right? I visualized, right? And I saw our differences and I saw where he was really structured and I wasn't. And he told me at one point, although he said to me, do that again and it could stop this in a heartbeat. And then in that text after that said, I didn't mean that. But the thing about it is that we are all broken. We are all, there are all things that are going to trigger us all, right? And it's like I felt like I held back on my trigger. Like he did something that he knew was going to trigger me. He fucking knew it. He knew he was going to trigger me. I know he knew he was going to trigger me, right? For my reaction. And it's like I I will read my letter just to get it out. Okay. Because I don't know. I feel like I write well sometimes. I mean, I used to write. Okay. So, and whatever. It feels good to get it out. So, what did I say? Clearly, I'm hurt. My reaction is to do this. Right. I'm not a stalker, though. I actually don't even know if I want to read this. You know, that's the thing. It's what I learned from it. I learned that I was triggered because I need consistency. And I'm just gonna say that, you know, I need consistent behavior from the people in my life, right? And that's if they're gonna be in my life. Like I don't want to cry about this. I'm not gonna cry about this because like I am moving forward and I am releasing the anger. That's what it was at work the other day. I had come home and I was really hoping to be able to talk to this person because I am trying to release the anger, right? I don't want to hold on to it anymore. I've been mad all my life. I don't want to be mad anymore. But I wanted to have somebody that I could say, this happened today and this is how I'm going to react to it, right? I'm going to go in tomorrow and I'm going to say, which I did. I went in the next day and I said, I don't want to be mad anymore. I got really quiet and I said, I know I talk too much and I say things that people take wrong because, and again, I'm not going to cry about this, but I was never taught boundaries. I was never taught. My mom, Jesus Christ, one time she got up on the fucking bar at a wedding on her period, was dancing. I don't know how old I was. I know I drove home in somebody else's car. I wasn't with her because she was puking out of the window of the vehicle that was in front of us, you know, and I got her down from the bar. I mean, I wasn't taught good behaviors, right? So I do the best I can. You know, sometimes I say stuff and I refuse to any longer berate myself or feel bad because of the things that were ingrained upon me or the things that built me, right? I mean, I said this the other day at work and this is true. It's like it takes a lot to build a person. I mean, think of us as like a house, right? We start as this little house, and then people put things on this house. They keep putting more, a turtle, whatever. Shit keeps being piled on our shelves. But the thing is, eventually your shell crushes, and then you have to become stronger, right? And rebuild that piece of you that got broken. But the thing about it is, before you can do that, you have to recognize that and know that that is what that is, right? Like I recognize. So this is how this happened. Okay, this is how this happened. So I've been kind of seeing this guy, and like I feel like there was a connection, and then he had a heart attack and he kind of pulled back, and I kind of get that. I'm really energetic and I'm go 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 go, and so I kind of get that, although that's probably what he needs to not have another heart attack, that I will say. But anyway, but it's like well, and I am not going to say this because I don't want to say I'm insecure. I do have insecurities though. And I do want a person that will respond to me in a couple of hours. I don't want to wait I don't want to wait 12 hours for a response to a text. I you know, I just don't, unless unless you've had a heart attack or you're dead. I don't, I want a text within, like, an 8 hour is a work day period, and you have breaks in that time. You know what I mean? I don't, and I guess maybe that's too much to ask of some people, and I guess I understand that, but then I don't want that person to be somebody I depend on, right? Because, like, I am, again, trying really, really hard to stay focused on the beauty of things, right? And like, when I go outside and I lay in my driveway and I'm like letting the pavement suck the negativity out of me, I want to share that with somebody, and I want somebody that's going to respond to that in a positive way, right? Like, I am so tired of being sad, and I want to share happy with someone. And it's like painful that it would be really easy for me to be pissed off and find 1,000 people that would want to join me, right? Or in lying, not being honest. So funny, because again, that's again what happened. Okay, so anyway, so I met this person, da da da. We made plans. Okay, we made plans to get together. I think it was last weekend. Last weekend, right? Just before our plans, like, this person was texting me every morning and every night. Good morning, good night, good morning, good night, good morning, good night. We made plans, blew me off, right? The following morning. And I'm like, what the fuck? We make plans and you blow me off. It just feels like games. And it's like, and then I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to react that way. Apparently, I'm asking for more than I should. That was a bad reaction on my part. And I acknowledged that I had reacted that way and that it was bad for me to react that way and that maybe I was asking for more than I should, right? And he's like, oh, no, 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 I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we move forward and we meet up, right? So then, yeah, so then it's kind of like, after we meet up that next day and stuff, it's kind of like, like cold and hot, cold and hot. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So then we make plans again to do something this weekend. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we're moving along. So instead of me blowing me off in the morning, he blows me off at night this time, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? It's so, this is going to trigger me, right? I mean, come on. It just triggered me, right? So then I'm like, okay. So the next morning, I'm like, he's like, hey, beautiful, I'll see you tonight. And I'm like, okay, do I not respond at all? Because I'm really angry right now and I don't want to respond negatively. So I'm like, do I not respond at all and play games with him? Or do I tell him that how I'm feeling? So I said, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling right now. I will talk to you later, right? And so he doesn't respond at all. And so then a little while later, I said, feeling better, And then he says, what triggered you? So I'm like, okay, so I'm triggered, right? Okay. So I told him what triggered me, and that is it. I have not heard from him again, right? And I'm like, so what am I going to learn from this? Okay, so what I figured out is I want to learn about paganism again. I really thought he'd be cool, though. I'm kind of bummed. I am sad. I mean, I am sad. I'm feeling a loss because I thought that it would, he seemed cool, and I thought that he was genuine, and unfortunately, I was wrong. So that sucks. My picker's so fucking broken. It feels like. Or is anybody genuine anymore, And that's the thing. I mean, this person's like, oh, I want honesty, so I'm honest with you. And then you blow me off. Okay. Okay. So, it's weird. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to think about all of it. I think, like I said, what am I learning? I'm learning that I want to, where am I at? I don't even know. I'm learning that I want to learn about paganism again. So I ordered a book, although I'm very upset about this. I should have paid better attention. My butt hurts. I should just stream forever. Just keep streaming. I don't know. I'm crazy anyway. So I paid like freaking $13 for this book. I should have paid attention. It's 63 pages. It's a brief overview of Druidry, though. I want to learn about it. Now, can anyone be a Druid, or do you have to be a man? I guess I'll figure that out. I want to learn about paganism. So Rylan, my son, he doesn't think that you need to believe in anything. And I think that because it was ingrained in me, for starters, I do think I want to believe in something. But what was ingrained in me is not what I want to believe, because that's what the crazy is from, or a lot of the crazy. Although, that's another thing, Like I told this person that I was insecure about this, and then this person did it again. So which one of us is crazy, right? I mean, yes, I reacted, but I also tried really hard to not react super strongly and be like, are you fucking kidding me? Why would you do this? Right? Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking dumbass. See, because I'm trying not to be that person anymore. Right? I'm trying to be like, okay, well, all of us are broken, so he had his reason for being that way. And hopefully he would understand. I want to mean enough to somebody that like, I feel like my response was reasonable, and I feel like my ask was reasonable. It takes a lot for me to get ready to go somewhere, to spend time with somebody. I have 4 dogs and a big fucking house, and I work 2 jobs. So in order for me to go and spend a significant amount of time with a person, so I was going to leave on Friday night, and I was going to be gone until Saturday night. I have to clean up that's a poop cleanup day, that's doing laundry, that's cleaning the house, I make my own dog food, right? There's a lot of stuff that I get done in that period where I would be gone. So it takes a lot of other stuff that I have to reorganize in order for me to do a period of time, which is what I was doing. I don't feel like when I say to somebody, I am so excited to go dance with trees. I'm super excited to spend this time with you. And they fucking ignore me. I mean, can't even say thumbs up, me too. It's like, and see, the thing about it is I'm not sure that that's what happened. I don't know if this person got my texts, but instead of just saying, well, I didn't get your text, and letting me say, well, I wasn't sure, but I wanted you to know how I was feeling because I wanted to be honest with you, right? That this was the range of emotions that I went through. They blow me off. I mean, so I'm trying to figure out, like, how to be a person. So I'm wondering, like, is my ass too much for, like, to be able to discuss when something happens, like, be able to openly discuss, okay, but you misunderstood that, and me say, gosh damn, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to for that to come out that way, but that was my range of emotions, and I want to honestly have you know who I am and what I'm going through, because I am 58 years old, and I've been through a lot, and I've got a lot of baggage, as we all do, right? But what I don't understand is people think that you can enter into a relationship, right, especially at 58, and not have fucking baggage. What the hell is... I'm sorry, but I cannot wrap my mind around that. That's something else I'm finding. They're like, and a little bump, and everyone's like heading for the hills. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How did you get this far in life running that quick? I am super fucking confused by that one. It's like, although maybe, I don't know. I guess, I'm trying to think. Well, I haven't been in a relationship in 15 years because I put everything on hold to raise my son, which I was mad at him for, and that's not fair. That's not fair for me to be. I don't blame him at all for taking off. I would have left too. I really would have. If I was him, I would have left sooner than he did. So I got to give him that, He's a good kid, and I'm hoping for him that he has it better than I did. That's all I can ask. I don't know what else. I don't know where else to go. So am I doing affirmations here? I think I am. I want to find a video where, wait, where am I at? I need to find where I'm at. I need to look at what I'm streaming here. Okay, this is still. Okay, so what's happening on my channel? Did I just mess everything up? La la la. Let me go back to my channel and see if I'm still live. Okay. I still get confused by all this stuff. I'll figure it out someday though. Well, let me rephrase that. I am moving forward. I am figuring this out. I am Chazelle Shay, the Rise of Dawn, Artistic Expressions and Affirmation Station in the recognition of you, baby. I am, right? I already am those things. So it's funny for me that I the other day, I said to myself, I am working toward my goals. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm plowing right through my goals and working toward my destination. I know what I am destined to be. I know what my destination is. I know where I'm going, right? I'm like already there, just on a smaller scale than I want. That's all, or different scale. Let me rephrase that. I don't know that I want huge, but I am visualizing, right? When I am with my dogs in the driveway in my mind, I am in a field of flowers with a barn and a forest close to the beach, right? And I have a bed and I have a bathroom and I have a kitchen and I have an art studio. You know what I mean? What else do I need? A bed. Oh yeah, a bathtub. Well, a bathroom, bathtub. I need a bathtub, right? But I am moving toward my destination. There will be no stopping me. I have never not done what I said I was set my mind to, ever. I think, yeah, therefore I am. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, eventually I'll get there, even if it's only in my head. Well, that's it, though. I'm there in my head all the time. I would rather, it's so funny to me. I find it really amazing. The other day I see this commercial on YouTube where there's this little girl and she's going to this place in her head and her brother's like, oh, that's a good thing. I mean, we get my age, it's a bad thing. Why? When does it become bad? When? I don't understand that. I don't get why we can't just be happy. Well, I am happy. I am letting the fear and anger and darkness flow through me. Am I speaking? I hope. Let me see. I need to put my earbuds in. Okay, good. I am moving forward. See, tomorrow I'm going to get trees. I'm moving. I'm growing. I am going to go to the ocean tomorrow as well, though. But I am going to record in trees. Because this is the year of the tree for me. I am the strength of the trees. And I am actually, like I said, I want to start studying more than just paganism, though. I want to start studying religions because I believe in a lot, right? Like I believe that there's something that useful in all of them, most of them. Most of them. Some of them I don't even want to know anymore. I'm like, but I believe that there's something useful in everything, right? I think that that's another thing too with me with Match is that I am like being super open with who I date because I think that like I want something that's going to contradict who I am. I want to show that I want to know, let me rephrase that. I want to know that it's possible to unite yin and yang. I want to know that there's a possibility for that, right? Like, I want to believe that those are the things like Dharma and Greg was one of my favorite shows. I remember that. That's such the unique differences in this. And I know it was makeup and stupid, but I liked it. I liked that difference. I think that it was on Monk, Captain Leland, and the woman that he was married to they were so different. I really liked that one too. On Northern Exposure, there was Shelley and, God, what was his name? Shit, he owned I think it was a restaurant. Oh, it's right here, Shelley and, shit, whatever. He was an older guy, but it was Northern Exposure. I like those. So I think, I don't know. I can't see me dating somebody a lot like me, but then maybe, who knows at this point. I don't know. The openness doesn't seem to be working either. It's like I I think the thing about it is I think right now the thing with me is that I do see things kind of going sideways in our society, right? And I don't want to be led by fear anymore. Because my life has been led by fear, right? And anger and darkness and just being pissed off. God, I spent so many years being mad. I just and then I just now I went through that this whole sad thing. Like I have added a little bit today where because I'm mourning the loss of this person a little bit, but I mean it's okay. I am not like that feeling of the overwhelming loneliness that I have been feeling. I don't want that anymore. So like I'm feeling on the edge of it right now, right? And it's like I fucking refuse to feel that anymore. I am so tired of that feeling. Like I know that I am enough, right? And that I can do all of this without another person, right? And like I am not holding on anymore. I am releasing my need for that, right? I am just like letting go of the feeling that I need to have someone else in my life, right? I don't like my life is full. I am artistic. I I think it's, the human contact and the touch. It's funny. At work the other day, there's a woman that, and this is also really funny. There's a woman that's been working there many, many years, and I would touch her. And she told me it's like I would touch her a lot, and I would say, "How are you today?" And she finally said to me, "Quit touching me. I don't like you touching me, or anyone. I don't like anyone touching me." And I said, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I will quit touching you." And she said, "My parents never touched me," and I said, which, okay, great. Thank you for telling me that. Because I just wanted to touch her more, right? So now when I'm around her, I put my hands behind my back and I hold on to my wrist so I don't touch her, right? But it's funny because I go to work and I wear whatever I want. And oh my God, this is turning into fucking stupid. And hopefully it'll stop. And I think this was part of what happened with this guy I was dating was I told him about this. I wear knee-high socks and stuff, and some people look at that stuff as sexually. And I saw that, right? I understood that. And I don't care about that. But the fact that they reacted negatively toward me, it hurt me. And I said something to this guy about that, and I think that he might have, I don't know I don't care. I refuse to speculate on what other people think about me anymore, right? I'm just done with that shit. Like fuck it. I'm refuse. It blows my head up. And I know who I am. Like I I like to dress in knee-high socks and weird and fucking the other day I just like to be weird. It's not about people look at it sexually and I see that and I understand that and I don't care about that because I've been sexualized since I was fucking born. We all are in one way or another. I'm just going to throw that out there. You know, okay, maybe not born, but pretty damn young in my background, right? And I believe that it's probably a large percentage of us have been. I mean, shit. I remember when we were. Even now, they have fucking babies have little bikinis that say shit on the butt. Why would you do that? You're sexualizing your child very young. Anyway, so if you look at it that way, I don't care. I don't care. What I find interesting is that I dressed the same when I was heavier, and I still received a negative reaction, but it wasn't sexualized. Now that I'm dressing the way that I dressed, like crazy unique, it's being sexualized. So either end of the spectrum, right? I'm being whatever, chastised, ostracized, whatever we want to call it. People are being dicks because of the way I dress. For me, it's artistic expression. I'm going to continue to be who I am. And I don't give a shit that my face is wrinkly and that my fucking teeth are broken. because I don't, that's not how I see myself. I see myself as this beautiful being, right? I see myself as a fairy. I see myself as light. I see myself as positivity. I see myself as champagne, right? I see myself as the beauty. I see myself as the change, right? And it's like, and I feel like it's hard sometimes, and I refuse to go here anymore in my heart, you know? It's like, I want to, my dog. Oh my God, my dog. All of a sudden I see this head pop up. She stood up on my bed and her head popped up over my monitor. She's like, what are you saying over there? It sounds like nice stuff. Should I come over and say hello to you? That is so funny. Anyway, that's hilarious. But I see myself as that, right? Like, I don't see myself as this old body that is, although my body's starting to look pretty damn good. I think I was starting to talk about this earlier, this telephone pole that I'm balancing on. I'll talk about it in a minute. But I see myself as this young, beautiful person. I don't, you know, and I'm broken, right? And I know that. And it's like, I know I have insecurities and I know that I need reassurances, right? And I know the reasons why. And like, I don't want to berate myself for the fact that I want that, right? And that's what I've been doing, right? That's what I've been doing, is saying, you know, oh, you should be. Well, no, I shouldn't. I'm exactly who I should be. I'm amazing. I know that, right? And so, like, these tears are different tears. These tears are, it's a new year. It's year 2023, the year of the tree. It's all about me, baby. So, and there was a new moon the other night, and I spent it in this bed feeling bad because this person had blown me off, right? And it's like, I don't want another person to have that much control. Although I didn't allow it to make me feel as bad as it would have in the past. So I'm proud of myself. I am making progress. I mean, it makes me feel bad, but I also know I'm amazing. And not that he's not amazing too. Clearly, though, he did not see my amazingness. And that is I mean, I saw ours, what we could have probably been, or what I saw in my head, right? I know what I want. I am building Chazelle. I am building a commune. Like, that is what I am doing. I am moving toward that goal, but I am Chazelle. I am Shay. I have it, right? I have the space. I am those things. So I am moving toward a different destination than this destination, and I'm visualizing it in my head, and I know what it is, right? Like, when I moved here, I didn't have, well, for the past 22 years, my visualizations have included my child. Now, they do not include my child. Had I left Montana under my vision, there would be a very different outcome than there is right now. But I did not do that. And even on my vision boards that I was looking at, you know, I realized that they were more geared toward my son than myself, right? Like, I love this space that I'm in right now in this room. But if you look at it, it looks like I live in a barn, which I don't really want to live in a barn. I mean, I do like not having dog hair and like I wouldn't mind having a space with a clean floor and things, but can't be the whole house. I just don't have time for that. At least not right now. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm an artist, so, you know, whatever. There's shit. I don't care. My friend Jen. Hi, Temperance. My dog really wants my attention. My friend Jen used to date this guy named Landry, which is funny because this guy was just dating. He had a dog named Bandry, which is how I remember Bandry's name was by my friend Jen's guy that she used to date, Landry. Interesting, because Landry was a lot like me. Like, Landry used to come home after working really hard all day with rocks and just go to bed, right? With rock dust everywhere. Where I would be like, okay, tomorrow we will change the sheets. I wouldn't give a she cared about that. I would not care. I think. I'm not sure if she cared about that. I can't remember if she found that enduring. Me, I would just be like, whatever, we'll change the sheets tomorrow, or we'll shower in the morning and sleep. Who knows what we would do, right? Because I have 4 dogs that sleep in my bed. So, you know. Anyway, I shower. I'm not a dirty person. I'm an earthy person, I guess you would say. I don't know. I don't stink. But anyway, my dog really wants my attention. I forgot what I was saying about Landry. I don't know. My dog is really driving me nuts right now. So I am going to find something and I'm going to go see what she wants. Oh my gosh, you should see the treats I'm making them now. They are. Let me see. I need. Well, I said for live, but why is that all I have? Here, what's this? Oh my gosh, look. This is different. Is there, what is this? Am I wearing that throughout the whole thing? Oh, it's not very long. That was like one of the first times I started going out there dancing. My body has gotten in really good shape. That's right, I was going to talk about that. So next to my work, there is this parking lot, which I always attract the wrong attention. I lost my fucking car keys. I'm not sure who found them. I feel like whoever found them knows my car. That's what I feel, but whatever. Anyway, nothing I can do about that. But there's this telephone pole and it's like in a field, and so but it rolls, right? So when I stand on it, so like I can rock it and then make it stop, which is what I'm doing. Like I rock it and then I'll make it stop with my body. So I'm starting to like, because that works your muscles, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. This works like all of my muscles making it stop. But I'm also balancing on it. I'm trying to learn to like dance on it because I think it'd be really cool, like for my 60th birthday, if I go out and do yoga on a paddleboard. Don't you think that'd be cool? I think that'd be so awesome. So I'm trying to get my balance down. Like I haven't stood on my head on this thing, but I can do yoga poses. Like it doesn't have to be standing on my head. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to learn to balance that way on this thing. And that's the thing. Like I send this guy a video. I'm like, this is my balancing pole, and he's like, no response. It's like, well, you don't care enough to ask what I mean by that. I mean, it's right. I want somebody to say, what do you mean that's your balancing pole? And then me say, oh, this is what I do. And them to say, wow, that's really cool. I'm interested in that. That's what you do. That's awesome, right? Yeah. So, I mean, hindsight, why would I have wanted to? Well, because I thought that maybe he just was shy. I'm not sure. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Because it didn't, that's not the way it went, right? And so, I mean, it's okay. I think the thing is like when I'm out there balancing, like there's these trucks and stuff that go by. There's this one red truck that kept honking his horn. He's leaving me alone now. But the thing about it is that they see me, but I don't think they realize when they see me that I'm a 58-year-old woman. And it's like I don't want to see the disappointment on anyone's face when they come up and realize that I am not a young girl. I'm a 58-year-old woman who's out balancing on this pole. I'm not 30. I'm not, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm comfortable in it, but why would I guess I would be embarrassed, why would I be embarrassed about that? Wow, that's a weird reaction. I would be embarrassed? Why would I be embarrassed? Okay, now that's something I really need to think about because I did not realize that. That is what, oh, I guess I did, but I didn't want to look at it. What? Isn't that dumb? Like if I were to react and they were to come over, why would I be embarrassed that I'm 58 years old? Why would I be embarrassed? I would be embarrassed of who I am when they saw me close up. How fucked up is that? Wow. I need to really look at that, right? What does that say? Does that say I really love myself? I don't think so. Right? I mean, I should not be embarrassed about who I am close up and be okay with who I am at a distance. Well, the reason why is because when people get close up, they leave. It seems. So, I need to look at that and realize that that's not me, right? That that's them. That I am, I almost said adequate. Wow, that, you know, that kind of pisses me off. A, that I feel that way, and B, that I've been made to feel that way, right? Like, or I allowed it to, like, you can only, like, people can only make you feel how you allow them to make you feel, right? So I guess I am embarrassed about my teeth is the only thing. Other than that, I don't give a shit about my age, right? I wouldn't care. Like, I honestly don't give a shit. It's my teeth. It's the whole thing. That's it right there, period. Is my teeth. Because if I had decent teeth, I would not give a shit about my age. It's because I think I look good, right? I think I look good. So that, the fact, again, that that's holding me back is a frustration. And that's my own fault. There's some shit I need to take care of, get my house that's on me. I have been procrastinating. So, okay, so I am releasing the parts of me that have been procrastinating. There was something else, and there was something I said the other day. I did an affirmation on that, and I can't remember what it was. But let's see, what am I doing? Am I reading affirmations? What am I doing? Should I be writing? I'm just doing this. Oh, I know. What time is it? Oh my God. I need to go out and play with my dogs, but I'm not sure what's happening with my renters. Let's see if I can get them to respond to me. I should have asked her before she left. Shit. I need to find out what time they're coming home. Hello. What time are you coming home? Who's over there licking? Stop! Odin! I should have known that's who it was. Yeah, this whole text thing, I really, like, I don't... I don't like that I am feeling approval through getting, like the other day, just having the phone on my chest was making me feel better. And like right now, I'm talking to a fucking computer, right? I really, well, I don't want that, but I also don't, like, if it I don't want to not feel connected to anything, and I don't trust groups like AA. I don't trust churches. I don't, like, I can't find this connection at my job. I have no connection at my job. I want to be fine not having any connection at all. Um, I, but that's hard. It's like, I mean, I've lived my life without a connection, really. I really have. Yeah, it's like in reality, and it's okay. I mean, I can do it, and I'm fine with it. And again, I'm releasing the need or the thought that I need another, right? Like what's funny to me is like I went all of those years. I guess I did though. I had Rylan, so I did. I had something that was my reason. You know what I mean? Is that it? I need to be my own reason, right? I don't. I need. I am releasing my need for another reason. I need to be my own reason to get up in the morning and to keep going. And I need to know that that's the thing right there. Right there. I'm releasing my need for outside validation, right? Of any kind. Of any kind at all. I mean, I just hope that if shit goes sideways, I can find a group that'll take me in. That's the thing, though. I am the group, right? I am visualizing land with wildflowers and a barn and a forest close to the ocean where I am going to be with my dogs and maybe another and maybe not, but I release the need for another. I don't need another to get there. I haven't needed another to get this far, so I don't need another to continue on my journey. I mean, I had another as far as Rylan, but it wasn't like I was the strength, you know? I am the tree. So I am the tree. And I am surrounded by ivy, friendly ivy. I have happy hedges. I am surrounded by happy hedges and I am the tree. Oh, so paganism. So let's look this up and see what it says. Pegan. How do you even spell it? Better learn how to spell it. Do we want Wikipedia? A religion other than one. Well, so here's the deal. This is what I believe. I believe in nature. I believe in everything, actually. Like, I believe in all of them. I believe that there are all religions. I believe that there are many gods. Right? I'm not gonna, like, I believe all of it. I disbelieve in the Bible, so I don't believe all of it because, well, that's not true. Let me rephrase this. I totally believe something happened. Like, I totally believe that this man, Jesus, everybody loved him and he was dynamic, right? And I believe that. And I believe that he was anti-government. And I believe that he was about the little guy, right? I believe that. And I believe that they crucified him. And I believe that he went into shock and that they didn't have modern technology, so they thought he was dead. And I believe that he was not dead. In fact, his heart just slowed way the fuck down from shock and whatever else happened, right? And so I believe all these things happened in a different way. And I believe that that started a book and a religion, and I believe those things happened, right? But I don't believe in that because I believe that there is a belief of that. And I believe that that causes a lot of strength because that's a lot of energy towards one belief, right? So that's what I believe. I believe the same about, although I was reading a little bit about Buddha, that was at the beginning of this book, which I found quite interesting because it was not at all what I understood it to be without any kind of reference, right? So I'm going to start reading all this just to see what it is I actually can gain from everything. But I tried reading the Bible and I just can't. Because I have a really hard time with that just because there's so much. Although that's the thing about any kind of organized religion and reality is that there is so much anger and hate in the name of that, right? Like, I don't, again, lived in that all of my life. The other day at work, everybody was so mad and they were talking about me. I was talking about this and I know they were talking about me. And the next day I went to work and I'm just like, and they're like, you're being really quiet. And I said, I'm going to be quiet because, I talk too much and I say too much. And I just don't want to be mad anymore, right? And I feel like I know that a lot of what I've been driven by has been outside factors and my need for outside validation from other people. All my life, I have looked for validation from other people. All my life, right? All my life. Even now, which I am releasing my need for validation from outside people. Because it's like when I come home at the end of the day and I'm feeling bad and I don't have somebody that I can talk to that says to me, it's okay, you are okay. You are okay. It is okay for you to have these feelings. They are valid outside of myself. Then I feel like it's not, that I don't have a right to feel this way. Whereas I know that all of my feelings are valid, right? They might be extreme. They might be ridiculous. They might be over the top, but they're fucking valid and they come from something. And I need to be able to look at the reason that I act the way I do and find validation within myself, right? Because nobody outside of me is going to give that to me ever, ever. I have been looking for 50 fucking years. I would say 58, but everybody's like, and it's, well, not everybody, but I've had people correct me on when I say 58 years because I'm 58 years old, and they will correct it and say like their adult years, whereas my beliefs are that all of this started way before I was fucking born. My mom shouldn't have had kids. Her mom shouldn't have had kids, right? There's a cycle that went on in it within many families around the world that should not have been able to happen. And this is why we are where we are. And my neighbor who's a pastor says that I live in utopia in my head. Well, I am creating Shay. Chazelle is utopia. Shhazzelle. Chazelle. Shay, the rise of dawn, artistic expressions and affirmation stations in the recognition of you, baby. Just believe it, and it will be true. Perception is reality. I know who I am. I know that we are all very broken. I know that I am learning to be more compassionate. I know that I lived many, 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 many years in anger and darkness, and I know that it follows me. And I know that this is the year of the tree where I am releasing, I am opening my hands into the heavens. And I am letting those things go from me that have held me tight and held on to me and weighed me down for my life, right? That have stopped me from completely being who I am for my life. I will not pretend to be something for anybody anymore, right? This is who I am. I am going to do what makes me comfortable. And that's the thing. The other day when I was silent, she said to me, I like the happy you better. And it's like, well, in this moment, I don't, right? I am going to try again to pull back. And I'm going to try to keep pulling back when I'm there, because sometimes the more you give, the more they take, and like I said, I've been going there and I'm going to continue to dress the way I am. But people were giving me a hard time about the way I dressed. They're like saying things to me about it. And it's like, and I'm like, okay, I've got these clothes that I bought that somebody sweat over because I bought them. So they were made in some fucking sweatshop somewhere, I'm sure, because I didn't pay a whole lot for them. Right. But somebody sweat over them and they're in my closet. Now I sweat over paying for them. I'm going to wear them. It's really funny because that was one of the things that really bothered me. Right. Like, when I've been going through all of this, my heart has been really hurting because part of me is creative through my clothing. I'm bizarre, right? Bizarre is not a bad thing. I like to be bizarre. I remember when I was a kid, I went to a girlfriend's wedding, and I sweated over what to wear to that wedding. I could not figure out what to wear, and I remember I finally picked out this outfit. And it was a swimsuit cover-up, which the top was, and the swimsuit, but I wore a pair of nice pants with it, right? And I didn't, like, it matched, and I don't know. I felt good in what I had on, and I remember she was pissed, right? I went to another wedding. I got totally teased. I felt good in what I had on. I got totally teased because everybody's like, oh, you're naked underneath that. I wasn't. I had on beige colored leggings underneath like a dress type thing, but it's like, this is something that has followed me throughout my life. For some fucking reason. And I don't know. What's funny is then people start dressed like, that's funny at my job now. I've noticed people like the one woman that told me not to touch her, that's like 80 years old. The other day she wore a different headpiece that was really decorative and a pair of capris. And I'm like, oh, you look really cute today. And she's like, well, thank you. And I'm like, you're welcome. And I noticed that, like I noticed somebody else who started dressing and that's cool. That again, I don't see why we think that we should have to go somewhere special to wear special clothes. If I want to feel special, I'm going to feel special while I'm cleaning UPS. I don't fucking care. If I want to feel special, I'm going to feel special at the beach. I do not care. If I want to feel special, I'm going to feel special going to the grocery store. I do not care. Some women don't feel special unless they have makeup on. I don't wear makeup. Right? I don't worry a whole lot about my hair, but I like to wear clothes. They're a part of, right? I mean, that's where I express myself. So, and I think that women that wear makeup and do it well are amazing. Actually, I feel like if you are confident in who you are, it does not matter to me what you look like. I think you are amazing, right? Like I think everybody's amazing. I think we all have darkness and light. We make the fucking choice of what we want to be, right? That's something that I'm finally, like I say, I've been left here. I was left here. I was. My soul belongs in Chazelle, right? I'm a Chazellian. Shhazzelle. I am Chazellian, right? My soul has been gifted this body. I have a choice with this body. Up till now, I have made the choice to be in the darkness, right? And I have made the choice. There have been things that have happened to me that I did not have a choice about. I will say that that is true. But I am now taking all of that back, right? I do have the choice of what I tolerate. I do have the choice of what I allow to affect my soul, right? I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I am light. I know that I have great potential. I know that we all do. I also see a darkness that's overtaking so much, right? And it's hard when you're light to combat the darkness by yourself, but there's five of me, so I'm good. I got Shay on my side. I got Samantha on my side. I got Elm, who's a little fire fucking cracker. Charlie kind of just sits in the corner, and Charlie bothers me sometimes. Charlie pouts. I'm like, quit, man, stop. When I'm crying, and that's Charlie. Elm is, she's the firecracker, but Charlie overtakes us sometimes. It's like, I'm so lonely. It hurts so bad. I'm like, stop that. But, and then there's Donine, and all of them is Chazelle. Chazelle encompasses all of them, right? And so it's like, I'm never alone because I have all those parts of me that are with me that are the strength of me. They are the ivy that surrounds the tree, right? They are the roots that go into the ground. They are the other nutrients that make the tree the amazing thing that it is, that withstands the wind and the storms, right? God, I've just been babbling. I don't know for how long, but whatever. I want to be, not want to be, I am the change, right? I am the change. Like I go, that's another thing. So the other day I went into work and I was walking in front of this person, and like he gave me this look, like I walked in front of me, he was carrying something and gave me this look like he could kill me. And I was like, holy shit, and I said something. I said something out loud. And I said, oh my God, and I probably, and I don't like my reaction to it at all. Like I feel like it was a negative. Like he reacted negatively toward me and I reacted negatively back, right? Which is no longer how I want to respond. Like I do not want to ever do that again. I want to consciously be aware of I am consciously aware of my reactions, and I react in a calm and respectful and peaceful manner. I am not reacting negatively, right? And so I don't know if I want to apologize next time I see him or not, but just when I go there, I it's funny because I know that I cause a lot of negative reaction, but I don't know if it's because I think that or because, like, I know that different causes negative reaction, and I am very different. Like, I am fucking weird. I go through singing and dancing and blah, 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 and I'm like a little blah, which actually I am pulling back on that. I mean, they say that that's who I am. I don't want to pull back on who I am. Although there are things I do want to pull back on. I don't want to pull back on being the bubbly me, but I want to pull back on feeling the need for outside validation. I no longer need outside. I am releasing the need for outside validation, because that's what it is, right? It's like, that's what it is right there. I am releasing the need for outside validation. I am moving forward in positivity, in forgiveness. I am forgiving myself, my humans what are they? Transgressions. I am forgiving myself my humanness because I was left in this human body. But I am beauty and I am strength and I know these things. I have to take my dogs out and play with them. Oh, did my renter get back to me? I hope. Please? No, of course. That's okay. I need to go play with my dogs. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go play with my dogs. And then I am going to come back inside and I am going to stream again because I don't work tomorrow at all. So I am going to paint on my painting. But I got to go play with the dogs first. So I'm going to sign off for now. And then I will be back in a little bit. So, all right. Bye. I'll be back. I know, it's a computer. Whatever. Bye.